Congrats on this launch. Tell us more about this.
Well, look, we all, I think, are trying to figure out what AI is going to and how it's going to change our economy, how it's going to change workers, but it's also going to change infrastructure. And you are already seeing really experimentation and science experiments, but you're seeing examples where AI agents actually are enabling payments. And so we want to make sure that we are future ready and future proof is how we think about XRP and the XRP ledger. There's an announcement yesterday where MasterCard is partnering with about 30 different companies in the industry to help construct some of that. We were a part of that, and we certainly think there's going to be more opportunity around that.
That, of course, was Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple talking about AI payments or agentic payments, as you may have heard it. In this video, we're going to discuss what that really looks like. What is agentic payments? What is it going to do when we think about the future and we think about cars, drones, robots being able to communicate with one another, transact with one another. And when we look at crypto being a truly revolutionary product, this is something to keep in mind. It's not just about the DLT. It's not just about transferring money. It's not about just getting, rich off of it. It's about what this technology is truly doing. And what it's going to do is enable the ability for machines to communicate and transact with other machines. You're not going to be transacting in the future. You're going to set up an AI agent to do all your trading for you, all your transactions for you. Definitely through things like X402, which Coinbase has definitely pushed, as well as Algorand, Visa, of course. There's so many different projects that are focusing on agentic payments. I think it's something we need to put a focus on, especially when we think about 2025 being the year of stablecoins. And now we're looking at 2026 mainly being tokenization, RWA. All those things are happening in 2026, but we are already seeing agentic payments, AI being the next big thing. And it's important to understand what that's doing. With this seamless trading back and forth, you are going to have the true ability to trade and transact 24/7 without human interaction. This is where currency becomes truly current and streams seamlessly through these different projects, which we will talk about towards the end if you hang out. I have a couple of projects selected that we're going to highlight just real quick so you can get a better understanding of what they're doing and how they are going to provide this infrastructure for these agentic payments. But let's go ahead and get to these news stories. There's going to be a lot to cover in these news stories. Just understand I'm going to move quick. It's going to be a different video. But if you want to learn more about what you see on my screen, all my research is down in the description below. So please use that resource to learn more about this. Now let's get into it. The first half, we're going to talk about Ripple, MasterCard, as you heard Brad talking about. And again, we're going to move quickly here, guys. I'm not going to read everything, so definitely use those links or screenshot the screen, if you will. Let's go ahead and get into it here. We have from Ripple, as AI agents begin transacting on the behalf of businesses, payments need more than speed. They need trust, controls, and clear rules for how value moves. We're helping build the infrastructure for trusted agent-driven payments with XRP Ledger, RLUSD, helping lay the foundation of the future of commerce. Then we go over here to CoinMarketCap. We have latest. MasterCard has introduced Agent Pay for Machines, a payment service for AI agents backed by 30 plus partners, including Coinbase, OKX, and of course, Ripple. Then over here from Danielle Dixon, we have institutional adoption from companies like MasterCard, proves what we've known for years. Blockchain integration is an infrastructure upgrade, not a trend. I'm pointing this out because MasterCard, Stellar working together. This is also going to be a part of the agentic payments, which we'll talk at the end when we go through that PowerPoint. Then over here also, of course, from CoinMarketCap, we have latest Ripple launched an AI starter kit for XRP Ledger, letting AI agents pay for digital services use XRP RLUSD via the X402 protocol. That's what I wanted to call out here. Then we keep going. We have T54.ai, of course, throwing their name in the hat. We are proud to contribute the development of Agentic Economy infrastructure on the XRP Ledger. With X402 facilitator, agents can instantly settle payments using XRP for RLUSD on the XRP Ledger. And here from Ripple X Dev, we have AI agents are beginning to transact, pay for services, and settle value autonomously. Today, we are introducing the XRPL AI Starter Kit, a new set of tools and integration designed for developers build agentic payment applications in the XRP Ledger. You can see that phase one includes XRPL docs, MCP server, Cloud skills for wallet creation, payments, and transaction tracking. X402 support for agent-to-agent payments using XRP and RLUSD. XRPL's fast settlement, predictable cost, and native payments functionality make it a strong foundation for agentic payments. We roll over here to Cointelegraph. This is going to come out about the United States. So it says big. President Trump says he'll soon meet with top AI executives to discuss giving Americans a stake in AI companies' wealth. If we do that, the public will become very rich. Then over here from Coin Bureau, we have just in OpenAI and Visa team up to let AI agents make purchases online. Huge move there. Then we have from BSCN, Visa doubles down on stablecoins and AI agents. Visa's stablecoin settlement just hit $7 billion annual run rate. That's double where it stood in November. Over 160 stablecoin card programs are live or in the pipeline. And banks are settling on chain 7 days a week. The same keynote dropped on OpenAI partnership, AI agents paying for tokenized Visa credentials with spending limits set by the user. Visa's product chief says AI is remaking the front end of commerce and stablecoins are the back end. Visa intends to sit in between the two. Then from CoinDesk, this is a huge one, guys. This is the robotics I'm talking about here. We have from Tech. Tether is leading a series of sea of up to $1.4 billion in humanoid robots. So is Tesla. Company Neura Robotics planning to enable crypto wallet functionality direct into robotic systems. Think about what we're talking about here. Then from Constellation Network, we have shipped a free audit trial from largest agent framework in open source Apache 2.0. No account, one install. Every tool call, message, and cron your OpenClaw agent runs gets recorded to a tamper-evident chain on your own machine. Nothing leaves unless you point it somewhere. Anchor proof on-chain through digital evidence, and anyone can verify the record without trusting you or us. Big move. Then from Coinbase, of course, we have Meet Coinbase for Agents. Give your agent its own account to execute trades and manage your portfolio. Run autonomously under guardrails. Pay for data and research tools with via X402 coming next week. Agentic Finance is here and powered by Coinbase. And if you look over here, this is Brian Armstrong walking you through how to set up your agent to do the trading for you. Again, down in the video resources, you will see this link there if you want to learn more about that. I'm not going to play the video. And then, of course, from Sealcoin, we have the next trillion transactions won't come from humans. They'll come from satellites, sensors, machines, and AI agents interacting autonomously. With a new $4 million strategic commitment, Sealcoin is accelerating the infrastructure that enables the value to move seamlessly between Earth and space. The machine economy is going orbital. Then, of course, from Carlos. Carlos here is the founder, CEO of WiseKey and SealSQ. And he says that WiseKey Sealcoin AI subsidiary accelerates space-based blockchain infrastructure following strategic $4 million investment. New funding from the Hashgraph Group and WiseKey supports expansion of the QAIT-powered space economy and next-generation satellite transactions. Okay, I know I moved very quickly through all those headlines and may have been hard to hear, but essentially what I put together for you was how all this is going to happen. How does it work? We have to make sure that we have the infrastructure for it for our banks to be able to transact and process payments. We are seeing that being done with Visa, MasterCard, Coinbase, and of course all the legacy banks are doing the same thing as well. They're providing that same technology and the ability to do that. And then you have projects like Constellation and Sealcoin that are making the ability to have these robotics communicate with one another and do that securely. And these other projects we're about to get into here just in a second, which I'll go through quickly as well. You'll see how each one of these projects provide a different layer or a different necessity. Yes, some of these will overlap, and yes, some of these will have more utility than I'm highlighting. And also, yes, there will be other projects outside of these projects, but just understand I'm just highlighting a couple of projects that we happen to talk about on this channel and trying to show you why my conviction in these projects are so strong. So please understand, I'm not just saying this is the end all to everything. This is just some highlights here. And before we get in, guys, if you could please hit that like button. As you guys know, the space is very much down and getting views is really hard on YouTube right now. So if you guys can help it out, that would be amazing. watching. And if you like this kind of content where we just give you facts and give you different ways to think about the crypto space, please consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button. We would love to have you a part of this channel. Now let's keep going. This is going to be a PowerPoint slide situation. We're going to move through several projects here. I'm going to just kind of highlight things because there's so much to talk about and I don't want to kill y'all's guys' time. It's already getting here in the video towards the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. Check it out here. Check out your screen. So right here, XRP. XRP is the global liquidity engine, and the attribute is instant liquidity between networks, and the agentic role is the liquidity layer for machine-to-machine payments. That's XRP and what they're going to do. Then we think about XLM. So XLM is the financial inclusion and micropayments. Their attribute for it is going to be ultra-low cost transactions, and agentic role, the micropayment network for AI commerce, and Stellar super cheap, and it makes it easy for this to happen. Then we have HBAR Hedera, a trusted data verification, the attribute enterprise grade trust and immutable audit trails. Agentic role is going to be the trust layer for autonomous decisions. And this is what I'm trying to say, like HBAR has so many more use cases when we think about this space, but that's just kind of a quick highlight. Then Zebec, ZBCN, of course, is the real-time value streaming. Continuous payments is the attribute. And then we have the agentic role being the payroll and subscription layer for AI agents. So they're the streaming layer of how money will flow seamlessly. Then we have Algorand. Algo is the asset tokenization. Again, I know Algorand has other abilities, but I'm just kind of highlighting a key point here. So attribute, efficient issuance, quantum secure, and management of digital assets. And the agentic role is going to be the ownership layer of the agent economy. Then we have DAG Constellation Network, which is the secure data mesh. The attribute is going to be processing and validating massive amounts of data. Agentic role is the data highway for AI agents. And then we have Sealcoin. So Sealcoin is the machine commerce, machine identity. The attribute enabling autonomous devices to transact. Agentic role is going to be the verifiably secure commerce layer for autonomous machines. So what's important about Sealcoin is they're essentially giving machines identities, which we're seeing this in, I think it was Japan that's already giving like a digital ID to robotics, which is crazy, but that is going to be the future in which we're headed. So it's not too far-fetched at this point. Okay, so now that we have the different news stories that are coming out showing agentic payments, AI payments are definitely here. They're definitely staying, and they're just now getting started. Let's kind of just spitball and talk about what that looks like in a real everyday use when we think about 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And this is full adoption, and this is just everyday normal life at this point, right? And another project to mention I should have thrown in there is Dual, that used to be Block V with Smart Media Technologies. They are also going to be another big player when we think about agentic payments. So another one to throw on your radar, but I should have put that in there. But anyways, when we think about what's going on here, it's really about machines autonomously working, transacting, and interacting with each other. Like think about your car now, if you have a Tesla or whatever, it drives itself, right? But what if that car can drive itself, dock itself, plug in, and also charge and transact and pay for that charging station without you ever getting out of the car? This is the kind of world we're moving to. And that same thing's going to happen with drones. When we think about drones, they're going to have to do the same thing. They have to recharge and they have to pay for that, charging station. And the same thing with robotics. You can see that with robotics and AI, they're moving to a point where you're going to have your own humanoid robot doing all your basic chores, doing your errands and stuff, things like that for you. And now that robot needs the ability to have an identity, that ability not to get hacked, the ability to be secure with the data and information that it holds, and the ability to actually transact on your behalf should you need it to go buy something or whatever it may be, right? I'm thinking more futuristic down the road. It sounds far-fetched, but we are building out that technology as we look right now. So hopefully you guys got a better understanding. When we think about agentic payments, AI payments, that's something not to take lightly. That is how payments will operate in the future through like smart contracts, things like that. This is why like the Clarity Act is having a bigger time or harder time getting passed. It's beyond just stablecoins and things. Like we have to really think about the implications of what this technology is going to provide. It is changing our world in a major way, and we just haven't realized that yet. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something in this video. Again, guys, if you did, please hit the like button, leaving a comment down below. A simple thumbs up is very much appreciated on my side. And again, if you like this kind of content where we report just facts, we give you different ways to think about the crypto space, consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, we would love to have you part of the channel. Before I let you guys go, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and become the change you want to see in the world. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one.